Okay, I'm back. I made the game run faster. Unpause. Things will hopefully get done a bit quicker. Time will also move faster. So I'm going to hit B and then D to build a door. I'm going to place 2 of those doors here. Then on the build menu, I'm going to hit T and place a table, selecting the tables. And then on the build menu, C is chairs. Build some chairs. In that room there, that's going to be the dining hall. So you can see that guy came and placed a chair. Then they'll come to the chairs and eat. They'll have a table there. You can see the plump helmets are starting to ripen. They'll be picked. We'll get a chance. Have my mason make some more doors. So I built the hatches. Now that shows you why I built this little design here I did for the base. Hit build, Shift H is a floor hatch. I'm placing it right over the stairs right there from this entrance, see? So when you lock those, enemies can kick down doors on the same level, but they can't kick down the floor hatch the level above them. Which reminds me, hit W to go to burrows and hit A to add another burrow, and then enter to select that burrow. Bring up an X, then we'll designate an area like that. Good enough. Escaped back out. That will be an area for everyone to run to if we get sieged. I will show you later. So as I can show you now, you hit M and then A and then hit left to go over to burrow, and then you hit enter and that'll set it as active, and everyone will run to that burrow and hide there. So then you can lock everything, so then everyone, you don't lock anyone out or whatever. But we don't want anyone to go there. We want to roam around freely. So now, I don't think we have, oh, we do have enough doors. We're going to dwarf this area, and then we're going to go to the build menu, and we're going to build beds here. This is for people to sleep in. So now that we have a bed there and the doors, hit Q, we can cursor over this table, and then over on the right you can make R to make it a dining room, and then use plus or minus to make the room designation area bigger or smaller, and enter to be done. Once you designate the area, you can hit H to set it to a dining hall, and then that'll be where they hang out, have parties, whatnot. Then we can go over to the bed and hit R to make it a bedroom, plus to make it bigger, enter to be done, and then we're going to hit D to make this area a dormitory for people that don't have a room right now to sleep, which we haven't gotten any new rooms, so there you go. There's nothing in the wagon anymore, so we're going to hit Q and then hit X to remove it, because now we have a dining hall. We don't want people hanging out outside and around the wagon, really. Which brings me to zones, because now we don't want our animals to starve to death. We hit I, and then we can designate an area with grass, and then hit, what is it, N for a pasture, and that'll activate it, and then shift in, that'll bring it up. So we have a yak cow and a donkey. We hit enter on the donkey, and then plus, and then bam. So then over on the right, you can see that thing that appears and disappears. That shows if it's there that they're assigned to the pasture. Ooh, we need a bigger food area. So right now, you can, we should honestly be digging more area.
Do you want my leftover
No.
omelet
No.
and stuff for tomorrow?
Sure, put it away. I'm recording right now.
Eat it or not?
Yeah, I don't know. Now I have to start over. So now we're gonna dig out an area. Here. Just because we need more space for stockpiles. Go ahead and put a food stockpile there just so they have a place to harvest these mushrooms to before they rot. I don't think things rot in a stockpile, but they will rot on the field. See, people that don't have jobs are hanging out in there, as well as other places. Craft Dwarf Workshop is built. So, wait Q, go over it and A to add a task, and then we're going to choose rock and rock crafts and R to repeat this task over and over. So now this guy will bring a rock there and then make crafts out of it, which reminds me we need to build a depot kind of outside by our stuff. So you hit the build menu and Shift D, and then we build it wherever. Go ahead and just build it out of logs because they're closest. This takes architecture, that's why we added building designer to everyone. Architect will come architect it and figure it out. Here. Not playing fully aware because I'm making the video, but just to show you guys stuff. Since we have gems, I'm gonna go ahead and have these guys cut these gems. It's late spring. Making a wood stockpile here. So they built the trade depot. As you can see, moving wood in. I'm gonna go ahead and build some more tables because I already had them built. We're gonna go ahead and hit I to bring up zone, designate the whole dormitory area, and then hit H to designate it as a hospital. So injured people will be taken there. No one's injured right now, thankfully. There is dwarven medicine, which is hilarious. We need to build a bigger area here. A big one. So it looks like all the gems are cut. So now we're going to encrust goods. We're gonna hit build and then E for furnaces and stuff. And we're gonna build a wood furnace to burn some wood. Hit build and then W for workshops, and then T for mechanics workshop, because we need one of those too. At the mason shop, I'm going to set blocks on repeat right now. Blocks turn this one boulder into mini blocks. I've got how many? 5 or 10. Unfortunately, it's auto-saving because it's changing seasons. Gonna chop some more trees because we need wood. Hopefully we get some migrants soon. I'm gonna build some smelters from the smelter menu, the furnace menu. Go to the workshops menu and hit F for metal forge. Build that. That takes an anvil. The carpenter's workshop, we're going to make them construct mechanisms, set it on repeat. We need much more stone, so we're going to mine over here. Remember, you can hold shift to move 10 squares. N to go to the nobles menu. We will set a bookkeeper. Well, not yet. Let's set the broker. We're going to go ahead and set the same guy as the bookkeeper. Chief medical dwarf has diagnosis. It's the diagnoser. The manager can also be the expedition leader. Leave hammer, sheriff, militia stuff. Fine right now. So they need a office. So we go over to a chair with Q, hit R to designate this area, hit A to assign a chair, and then assign it to the leader, whoever they are. You can do the same thing, assign them a table as well. There we go, in. All their requirements seem to be met. You can hit enter on them to see what their requirements are. Chairs make offices, and tables make dining rooms, and beds make bedrooms. Now at the wood furnace, we're going to make a little bit of charcoal. We have tenacious coal, luckily, so we can make some charcoal and then smelt more coke from the tenacious coal. So this guy's still making blocks. I'm going to go ahead and set carpenter's workshop to make barrels on repeat. Really use some migrants. So now that we have charcoal, we're going to go to the smelter, go down. You can use the slash and the asterisk on the numpad to go down as whatever a page. We're going to make coke from tenacious coal on repeat at both workshops. That guy's building this metalsmith's forge. This guy's still making mechanisms. Peregrine falcon. So you can use V to view a unit. So see, I'm next to this dwarf. You can read his name and all his jobs and everything on the right. You can hit W to look at their body parts and stuff and know whether or not they're damaged. I'm going to select the still, brew drink, and set that on repeat. I'm going to go to in and go to the bookkeeper and then hit S for settings and put it on highest precision. So everyone's super busy. Really use some migrants. So I think we have enough mechanisms. Another thing I like to do, so you hit B and then Shift T, that'll take you to traps. So we have weapon traps, you can put weapons in them. These all take mechanisms, so we made mechanisms. But for right now, I'm just going to make some simple stonefall traps, show you how to do that. So this is our entrance here. And this is the little pathway. Put some traps here. You choose the mechanism with enter. So this is just a stonefall trap. Here, I'm going to go ahead and fill this whole tunnel with traps, see? And those, they just put a mechanism and then a rock there. And then when an enemy steps on it, a rock falls from above and hits them in the head. Weapon traps are obviously better because you can put whatever weapons in it. Now, to build walls, ramps, and other things, like to actually construct them, not to dig them out of stuff, we hit B and then Shift C to go to the construction menu. From there, we can build all sorts of fun stuff like walls, floors, ramps, up, down stairs, fortifications, which are things that you like shoot through, like you think of the top of a castle. Tracks and track stops, those are for mine carts. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate how you build a wall here. So you can use U to make it taller and M to make it shorter. Or not taller, but longer. See what I mean? But you can also make it fat if you want. I don't recommend that with walls. You want to make walls 1 wide and very long. So, I'm gonna make, but you can only do 10 walls at a time, long or tall, or not tall, not high, you know, not different levels. So, go straight fill the wall here. I'm going to use blocks because I have those. And then that takes masonry. So I'll drag a block up here and construct a wall. In theory, they're not all too busy. Ah, see? That guy built a wall. Hopefully he'll add another one. So now they can't walk through that, but you can build a ramp, they can walk over it. See, look. Now there's the top of a wall here. See, siltstone block floor. You go down, that's a pillar, it'll be a wall. Those are connected, you'll see. Hopefully soon. There we go, see. Block wall, pillar. Ah, some migrants have arrived. See? See over on the left of the screen there, the flashing X. Now migrants, I don't know how many. Unfortunately, not that many. You can hit Z, and that'll bring up this menu, which has a lot of information because I have a bookkeeper. But you can see I have a population of 10 now. I had 7 before. So that's somewhat helpful. Let's see you. What are they? No one too great. But what are you going to do? It's more hands on deck to get things done. That got suspended for some reason. You get Q to see all these things, and you get S to unsuspend it. So see that wall there got built. Go back into the build menu. Build another wall here. Blocks. Build some more wall. So see, these traps are done, so they look like this. They won't harm friendlies, but if a friendly like passes out, not sleeps, but becomes unconscious, getting kicked in the head or whatever, on top of a trap, it will spring and hit them. Friend's busy, busy, busy still. Gonna go ahead and assign these new guys that came masonry, because since I'm building walls and stuff out of stone, they will build it. I'm gonna build a ramp on the outside just because I'm gonna put a roof on this. Enemies can walk on the top, I don't care. Blocks. I should probably put a hatch here so nothing crazy comes at us. Ran out of stone. Dig in there. I'm gonna go ahead and find my miners and assign certain menial jobs from them so they can work quicker, do their minor things. Like I said, job management is a very important thing. Nothing too interesting happening. Make sure you watch your stockpiles. As you're still digging. It is late summer, good. In the autumn, the trade route will be here. Let's make sure that our crafts are currently being crafted. Oh, we got rocks. Bam. Because we're going to need things to trade. It's very important. So we need seeds and other good stuff. Oh, the miasma there just reminded me. So we can go outside, hit P to bring up our stockpiles, and R for refuge. Now this is our garbage dump. Hit escape to bring out to this. Hit O. What is O? I forget. Set orders. Hit O. Then hit R for refuge. Then hit O again, and they'll take it outside. Space. Should see that soon. Miasma's bad news for people. It makes them unhappy. It's too busy. They're like, fuck it. Leave the miasma. It's just locked in the dining room where everyone hangs out. No big deal. Oh, they're taking the garbage. See? Wherever. Oh, there we go. There's the refuge. See? So these are things like, yeah, lizard, that's a vermin. A rotten eagle corpse was in there for some reason. Gonna make a rock hive real quick, maybe show you some beekeeping. I don't know all too much about it. But I do know it's in the game. So they're bringing in wood. These miners finish. Another thing, I'll go ahead and designate it out. Another thing to get a hold of early, or else it gets out of hand. It's a pain to do later. Is, yeah, there's cavern like right there, isn't there? It's no fun. So they're digging this. It's saving. It's going to autumn. Come on now. All right. So I usually make everyone a 3x3 room of their own. We're going to need doors and beds. Add a bunch of beds. Add a bunch of doors here. Striking more iron ore, more coal. Good times. So beds, doors, basic, whatever for a room. Makes them happier. Happiness is quite important. Making a bucket and a chain to make a well. Yellow jasper. So we go to the build menu, want some beds to each of the one bed in each room. How many ever dudes we have. Door on each room that has a bed. So now that there's beds built, you hit Q, cursor over the bed, R to make it a room, and then you just leave it like that. Don't make it a dormitory or anything. And they'll automatically choose a room for themselves. You just have to have enough bedrooms for each dwarf. So water has pressure in this game, but I'm going to show you a trick to negate pressure. I'm going to build myself an underground well from the stream as soon as this guy decides to mine. May have messed that up. It's okay. Just won't use that spot. Dig myself out of reservoir. All right. Make sure we put barrels back. If you run out of booze, your dwarves not too happy about it. Should we keep rock block construction going? I'm gonna go ahead and make a finished goods stockpile right here. These are all temp, too lazy, and it's just a demonstration video, but I normally have like areas for stockpiles and stuff. Finished goods are like crafts and stuff for trade. The trader should be here soon, unless they forgot about us. R will bring up combat reports. Oh, the peregrine falcon ran into our rock traps, it looks like. Oops. Another useful thing for stockpiles, at the carpenter you can make bins. Then your dwarf, like the finished goods, all the crafts will go into one bin. I don't know how bins hold X amount, I'm not sure how much, but then they can just carry the whole bin to the stockpile instead of each individual craft. It's quite useful. Good thing to know. As you saw, that guy just picked up all his crafts in that bin, stuffed it full. We can hit K to go over the bin, and then we can highlight it here, enter, see all the stuff in there. Under the Z menu up the top, there's also other things we can see. Animals. Here we can designate things for slaughter if we wish, which is how we get leather. Takes a butcher shop and a tanner shop. Stone is different stone assignments for like if you want to use it or not. Stocks will show you your stocks if you have your things set up to record keep. Health will show you the different people's health. Is recorded as long as you have a chief medical dwarf. Ah, some more migrants. They'll come pouring down. Lots of them. We have 18 dwarves now, so we're going to need to make more room, see? Going to build a hive, which is Alt-H apparently. Right there. Bam. I'm not even sure if I have any beekeepers. Let's look. No, it doesn't look like it, but we will assign some under the labors menu, which is L under the units menu. Beekeeping. Just whomever, we just, doesn't matter. All these new guys need to be doing stuff that we need done. Masonry and carpentry, all that good stuff. Traders will be here soon. And we can build floors here, and they can walk on it up here, see, with construction, or the construction menu. Blocks. That's how you build roofs and stuff to protect yourself against flying creatures. Let's see, we can build doors here. Which if you see over here, find a door. You can hit Q and go over a door and make it passable or not passable. Basically lock it or not for creatures and people. Whatever you decide. Oh yes, the well. Is this a wall? What is this? Yeah, they still haven't dug that out. Lazy mofos. All we want the miners doing right now is mining. So we need miners mining. Miney miners. It's very important that you build a depot because you're going to need to trade. You need, like, important stuff. Do we have a hive in here yet? Yes, we have bees. So you get resources from that. It's kind of like farming. Is generally, if you're going to do bee things, you want to get them before the first winter. They may all freeze to death, but if they're in one of your built hives, all the wild bees will freeze to death, but your built hives won't freeze for whatever reason. So, as you can see here, this is a empty room above an empty room, so we can channel a hole down right there. And that's where we're going to put our well, and the traders arrived. So they have a guard and wagons and stuff. They'll be going to the trade depot. We can hit Q, and then cursor over the trade depot, and G to go to the goods. We can go down to crafts, then click right, and then hit enter on these to bring them, say pending. Hit B, so anyone can trade. As long as you have a broker that knows appraising set in the noble, anyone will know how much stuff is worth. So they'll bring goods. Hit R to make a trader come to the depot. So our goods are there, all our stuff is there. Now we just need someone to come trade. Let's come with a trade. Hit T to trade. Finish goods bins. So you can trade the whole bin and that'll trade all the items inside. Elves don't like wood though, so you can't trade bins or wood items to elves, but nobody likes elves. So let's see what they have. Blocks, their stuff, ropes, animal cages, boars and turkeys. You can set up nesting boxes, and hens and stuff will lay eggs. Goats and dogs, I don't want any of that. I'm going to go ahead and buy all their wine. I'm going to look for their seeds. Remember, page down works for anything that works with the arrow keys, luckily. So plaster bags, dimple cup spawn, I'll take that. Cave wheat, pigtail fiber, that's just a bag. Just kind of look through here. Plump helmet spawn, that's good stuff. Plump helmet spawn, I like that. Let's plaster. Make sure you get some silk. Different kinds of cloth. Leather's also good. For strange moods, we don't want anyone going crazy on us. Already have an anvil locally, and then I'm going to get all this food here. I double enter now, which kind of sucks because you can designate the amount, but whatever. That's all very important. And variety of food makes your doors happy. Remember to hit T to trade. Offer is to offer them goods as like a tribute. Let's get some thread and some yarn in case we need to suture some people. And that should be good. Make sure you give them a decent amount of profit. They'll be happy. Hit T to trade. Trade happened. Make sure you hit R to unassign the dude. And that dude will run off. Now, hopefully we have an area for stockpiles. We do. Now we're going to go ahead and want to make any stockpile we don't have right now, like gems, a leather stockpile, cloth. What else did we buy? We don't have any ammo or weapons or anything, I don't think, but you get the idea. Anything you bought, you're going to want to go ahead and build a stockpile for. Dwarves will take it there. So we have a hole there for our well. So we hit BL, and that'll be well, and we need a chain. Our guy never built our chain. But I can demonstrate what we do. So, to negate pressure, not have the water squirt out of the well and drown everybody. If you have the water come into the well area diagonally, so if we build the walls there, the water will have to come diagonally like this into the square. The water can't have pressure from diagonal movement. See, they're building those walls there. Saving because it's becoming winter. That thing that popped up a moment ago was the trade liaison. Will pop up again if your dude's not busy. You can request stuff from the mountain home, which is quite useful. Your dwarves don't need water. They will they'll be perfectly happy drinking booze their entire lives, but injured dwarves do need water, and they use it to clean as well. So I'm building a well. It takes blocks, bucket, mechanisms, and a rope of some sort. So they'll build that well. Gonna build a door there. So our river's up here. Gonna build a ramp there. Has to go over one tile. There we go. This should work. Make sure you keep up on adding rooms and whatnot. I have not, because I'm not really playing this one, but you know. Wish my miners would get to mining. There we go, carve ramp. So we may see this guy drown. This could be fun. Cancel the digging designation because of damp stone, but we're going to put it there. Now water's draining down quick. Oh, he got out of there. So we're going to hit Q on this door and then L and O, so nothing can go through it because we don't want anyone to go in there and drown. See, now water's draining down into our well reservoir, and our well will have water, which is nice. And then one last thing real quick, just to simulate a siege. Say we're getting attacked, we can hit M, A to go to alerts, hit left to go to burrow 1 that we set up earlier, and enter. Now watch, everyone will run to the burrow that we designated, which was, you remember, was over here. Then once everyone's inside safely, we pause it, we hit Q, go down to these hatches, hit LO and LO on both hatches. Then we can hit M, A, go back to the burrow and unassign it, and everyone will go back about their business locked inside the fortress. And remember, just because they can't destroy the hatches, the level above them, you're pretty much safe, locked in your fort. Like I said here, the caverns, they are full of resources and exposed resources, but there are baddies down there, and the occasional forgotten beast will come. And see, this is the trade thing. So use the arrow keys here to move the right, the goods, and then the left and the right to designate it. So if I want cougar leather, I can designate that, and then use the arrow keys to move the goods. So if I want wood, I can go to the wood here. Yes, I want all this. Seeds are very important. I usually get lots of seeds. When you're done, you hit escape. I think that's mostly it for now. I'm not very good with the military, so I'll make a video on that later, or you'll figure it out yourself. Good luck.